Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tank Mechanic Simulator. So, last time we managed to do some repairs, make some money. Managed to pull out our first tank. I believe it was the... Can't remember which tank it was. I remember making a mistake saying it was a Tiger and it actually wasn't. But this one was not the Tiger. I actually got mistaken thinking that this was a Tiger because of the way the armor was. And it's actually not a Tiger. It's not a Tiger. Um... This is a Panzer? But, again, I can't remember the damn names. Let's get to repairing this bitch. Now the nice thing is, I think I explained this, the game is somewhat I don't know if forgiving would be the word, just because it's not a difficult game. It's really just a lot of rinse and repeat. Just a lot of just doing the same thing. It's more relaxing than anything else. You know, you're just working at your own pace, working on tank. My only gripe with this game is I feel like you're more likely to get similar tanks than you've already gotten before. I've been doing a playthrough on the side, just mostly for myself, just kind of, kill time. And one problem I keep noticing is that I keep seeming to find the same tanks. Like, the game doesn't indicate what tank you're gonna get. You can always just buy tanks, but the problem is that you're not buying them damaged or anything. Like, if you could buy them, like say, like, this is gonna sound stupid. Honestly, like, third party from, like, some kind of rinky-dink resale seller who managed to pull them out of the ground, and then at least then you know what you're getting. Say you spend 10 grand on a damaged tank, you rebuild it, and it can sell for like 40 grand because it's rebuilt. That would be better. Like, you can buy tanks. The problem is, again, I don't think you're buying them damaged. I think you're buying them in actual complete condition, which is like, it's not, again, it's not worth it, pretty much. I'm on the other playthrough I'm doing. I might just go ahead and try that out just to see what happens, to see if maybe I'm wrong, because I could absolutely be wrong in that. Because again, it's not a piece of them. I can't speak today. It's not a mechanic I've tried out yet, and with me saying that, I can't say I know for certain. But that's my thoughts on it. I am hoping that at some point they decide to add on new tanks, because I don't think they've added everything from World War II. I mean, technically, the only tanks I'm familiar with that are in this game are Soviet, American, and German tanks. There's still tanks from Japan. There's still tanks from Australia, the United Kingdom that they could add, and they've just haven't. I don't know if it's just because they plan on using them for DLC, which actually makes sense. I believe this is the same dev team that made Garden Simulator? Not Garden Simulator, House Flipper Simulator. I think what else they've made that I'm familiar with, because I think I have most, if not all, their games, simply because all they do is simulators. I'm honestly not sure what else they do. I gotta look into that. But that being said, I could see them using other World War II tanks as DLC. Like, oh, get the British pack, the Australian pack, and so forth. So I could see that being a thing. Now, it would have been really smart if I had just done this initially. Get that engine out. Wait, where's my tool? Oh, it resets your tools when it does this. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm still needing this. Here's the problem with playing games when you're half asleep. Your eyes are all fucky. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm drunk. For all argument's sake, no, I'm not under the influence of any alcohol. I am perfectly good. I'm just really fucking tired. Head's bothering me a little bit. But other than that, I'm alright. Just, games kind of mess with your eyes when you're feeling like that. What the hell am I? Bracket, okay. The problem with these German tanks is that there's a lot of little intricate parts that you have to be mindful of, otherwise you miss it in the game. It's like, nope, you still have like 10% rust. It's like, where? And you find out there's like this little fucking cable you would have never seen, and the game's like, nah, it's right there. It's like, you son of a bitch. So, how are we looking? I think we got most of the rust from the main piece of the tank. Did we take care of the engine yet? No, we did not. I thought I took care of that. Now, technically, it's going to take me longer to... technically longer. It's more tedious than anything else. But I could disassemble the tank and outsource the parts for repair. I could absolutely do that. I want to say it's going to cost me more money and time than if I did it myself. Nope. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Okay, maybe I can get it from there. Oh, there you go. Alright, that's looking good. And how are we looking over here? We're looking... Oh, wait, nope, right there. That's another problem with this game, too. I mean, it's not really a problem. It's more of a me problem than anything else. Not really a dev issue. I keep missing parts. There are moments where I'm like, oh, yeah, tank's perfectly good. All the rust is gone. We're good. And then, like I said, oh, 3%. Where is that 3%? And it's just this little itty-bitty, like, screw that I missed. It's like, you motherfucker. Alright. God. Alright. I've also tried the proving grounds that there is, so it's a little, I don't know. I kind of find it annoying that for you to be able to shoot the cannon, you need to get a skill point for that. Because you need to unlock what's called proving grounds, and from there you can actually shoot the cannon. I find it a little bit annoying because it's like, I kind of, you know, I feel like the appeal of this game is to be able to rebuild and play with the tanks, but that's just me. I have tried it out. It's kind of cool, but the shooting's a little wonky. Like, there are times where I feel like I'm right on point, and it overshoots or undershoots. So I'm like, oh, okay, I missed, I guess. So I think that's one issue. At some point, I do intend on getting the proving ground set up for you guys, so that way I can show you what I'm talking about. Well, I think that's a wait, right there, right there. Nope, I already got that. I don't think there's anything I'm missing in this tank. Or at the very least in the hull. No, we're good over there. Is it weird to say that I feel like a fucking dentist? You know, like how the dentist like meticulously looks through your mouth. It's like, oh yeah, I see, yeah, a little bit of plaque right there. Like, that's how I feel right now with this freaking tank. Oh yeah, the dipstick for some reason counts. One gripe. This is where logic kicks in and it bothers me. So, I'm not a mechanic. You know, I'm not really, I've never really worked on cars or anything, but I'm pretty certain these belts are supposed to be a thick rubber. Why are they coated in rust like they're metal? And why do they go away? Like, I feel like these, I feel like as a mechanic, they should not a mechanic like the job, I mean mechanic as a game mechanic. I feel like what they should have done with it is that no matter what, if one of these belts are like rusted or damaged in any way, you simply get rid of them and replace them. Because I mean, like, I don't give a fuck how old these tanks are. An engine belt, a belt is a belt. You should be able. I feel like you should be able to use them on most, if not all, engines. Again, that's just me saying that. I'm not a mechanic, so I really wouldn't know 100%. Though I suppose, and this is just me being cheap, I feel as though you could always cut a belt so that way it would fit, but then I feel like at the same time that would damage the belt, ultimately limiting some. Yep, see what? Like I said, rust removal. Did not finish it right there. Fuck. Let me go get that tool. I don't need that tool. There we go. Oh my god, I'm fucking tired. Oh, I keep yawning. Yeah. I'm sorry to say this, but I am slowly running out of things to play for YouTube. At least until Doom comes out. I fully intend on recording and playing Doom. I just don't know what else to play before that. Doom comes out the 20th. I ordered it, so I'm hoping it'll be here on the 20th. That's I don't know if I'll be able to record day one. That would be nice, but I don't know if I'll be able to play day one. So that's kind of up in the air. Now, as for the game itself, before anyone says, well, why didn't you just get it digitally and then day one you're guaranteed it? The only reason why I'm not getting it day one is because I managed to get my hands on the collector's edition when it was initially announced. This was talking last summer. I don't think I was doing YouTube yet, as a matter of fact. Maybe. No, maybe I had started YouTube. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, getting that collector's edition was a pain in the ass. I was going to get it through GameStop because 90% of the time I buy most of my pre-orders through them, just because they don't charge immediately if you do online pre-orders. And I didn't feel like dropping $200 right there on the spot. Granted, I mean I have to do it anyway, but it's like it's better to prepare for that ahead of time and save versus 200 now. But unfortunately, I had to go through Best Buy, and I had the pre-order down with them for a little bit. And at one point, I kept looking at GameStop to see what else was up for pre-order, and then sure enough, Doom went back up there for the PC. Immediately slapped the pre-order on it. I got it. Fingers crossed it's still fucking there. And yeah, I went back through Best Buy and I canceled. Like, damn it! That again, right? What I'm saying, the one thing I fucking forgot. And I tried canceling my pre-order through Best Buy. Best Buy's very weird, I've noticed. Like, so again, majority of the time I do most, if not all, my oh, okay. Majority of the time I do most, if not all, of my pre-orders through GameStop. That's not to say I'm advertising for them or anything. It's just more of like that's just what I do. Now, the reason why I find Best Buy to be weird when it comes down to pre-orders, well, maybe I did something wrong, but if you do a pre-order, it asks you to select your nearest store. And it pre-orders it for the store, not for shipping. Like, I was like honestly expecting it to be mailed to my home. I really didn't intend on it going to the store. But it's weird. You pay online, and it goes to the store, and they hold it for you in store. And I was a little weirded by that. I was like, I guess it makes sense. I mean, I guess it's safer than having it mailed to your home. So if say for instance, like some people, you live in an apartment building, you don't trust your neighbors, you live in a shitty neighborhood, whatever. Yeah, that's better because then, you don't have to worry about someone nabbing your package while you're not home, or having to make sure that you're off that day, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I suppose that works better. But I wasn't even given the option. That's the thing. I didn't have an option to have it mailed to my home. I didn't have the option. It just threw it there. So I was like, okay. Best Buy charges immediately for pre-orders. Again, not a bad thing, because it's like, while I really wasn't prepared to drop the money then, if I had been able to pay it off right then and there, at least I know now, hey, I don't have to worry about having money on my card because it's taken care of. Now I do have to worry about that and be mindful of its release date, when it ships, and so forth. So that is something I have to be mindful of. And that's why I'm saying I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it day one, because if fucking UPS doesn't decide to send it day one, or be here day one, I don't know if I'm going to have it. Another thing is I don't remember if I paid for day one shipping. I think I did, though I could be wrong. So again, it's up in the air. It really depends on if, when, and maybe. So we'll see. If it's here, if I'm able to, I will absolutely record day one and have those videos out as soon as possible. I did want to do a full playthrough of the first Doom, or rather, I should say Doom 2016. But I just never got around to it. I felt like the game, by the time I had started YouTube, Doom was just so old and it wasn't even worth it. There was no point in recording it. I'm like, who's looking for this now? At least Doom Eternal, people are gonna be looking for that, so it's at least worth my while to record it. It's also a game I'm very interested in, so we'll see. Very interested to see where the story is gonna go. Just because, from what I could tell, Doom Eternal is gonna be a lot more story focused than the previous Doom. Doom 2016, I guess you could say, tried to, I don't want to say not reinvent the wheel. It tried to redo what it did back when Doom first released way back in the day, where there wasn't much story and it was a lot of A to B, murder demons, call it a day. There was story to it, but just, I guess, not as much as I would have liked. Um, as I said, it was a lot more just run, gun, and blow everybody away kind of deal. Um, that said, this one's going to have a lot more story. Though, I don't know if I ever mentioned this. If you look online, there's actually beta footage. The original Doom 2016, what Doom 2016 was going to be, it was actually going to be a continuation of 3 where Earth had been invaded by Hell, and Doom Slayer, from what I could tell, again, this is just me, I could be wrong about this. From what I could tell, the Doom Slayer seemed to have been a little bit more grounded, a little bit more human. He wasn't as much of a demon killing badass. Like, he's still a badass regardless. It's just that he was a little bit more human, I guess you could say. He wasn't as overpowered with this crazy super armor. Like, he was just straight up this Marine who had experience murdering demons. You know what I mean? Glory kills were going to be much more diverse, where it was based on your environment rather than... honestly, those glory kills weren't really dependent on anything. It was just more run up, punch, and done. In our Doom, it was very repetitive, those glory kills. It was just disappointing, honestly. Just because, like, I feel like they could have done so much more with the glory kills. But in the beta version, say for example you managed to shoot a demon against a car. You can run up to that demon as it's against the hood of the car, slam its head into the windshield, and then maybe, like, again, this is from my memory of what I saw as the beta footage. They basically slam their head into the hood of the car and kill them that way. So glory kills were based on the environment. Though I guess, retrospectively looking at that, it probably would have taken them longer to program that, and that's why they made such generic glory kills. But again, that's the problem, because when you look at a game, you could tell the difference between a game whose developers actually cared and actually put meticulous hours of work into their game versus a developer who said, fuck it, this is the easier option, just keep it fun and simple. And then you have those developers who are like, no, we're going to spend the time of day to work on this, we're going to make it as good as possible, beta test the ever-living shit out of it, we're going to take player surveys and see what people want in this game, and they basically create the game not only that they envision, but the game that the fan base wants. I was going to say player base. Same difference. But the game that the fans want. And that, like I said, depending on the developers, that shows. Unfortunately, with the way Bethesda's been as of late, I mean, Doom is by id Software, so I can't give them crap for Bethesda's failures. And as we all know, Bethesda hasn't been doing too hot. Every now and then they try to make a comeback, try to, I guess you say, restore their image with the community, only for something to essentially salt the wounds even more. I will give them respect for the fact that they are actively trying to improve their relationship with the fans. They, for like Fallout 76 for instance, if you were one of the people that lost your inventory to a modder, you were able to set up like a time and date with a dev, and they, or not really a dev, but a moderator. They would set up a private lobby just for you and them, and they would basically clone your character. So then that way, let me see if I can do anything with this engine. But they would essentially clone your previous character that had most, if not all, of your original gear, and you would be able to get most of your stuff back. Oh god. Sorry, I just need a minute in between. Starting to get a little lightheaded from all the talking. But yeah, Bethesda has been doing their best to try to improve their image. Unfortunately, like I said, it's one thing after the other. We'll see about what happens with Wastelanders. I want to record Fallout 76 for Wastelanders. I thought about recording previously, but there's really nothing to record. Um, I'm a little upset to know that because of the community, we're losing the vault raids. I don't think vault raids were a bad idea. Rather, I actually enjoyed them. I, in my opinion, feel that the raids should have been perhaps tweaked a bit. Just because there were moments where it's like, there were moments where it's ridiculous. You and your friend would be playing, do the objective, and then for some reason a butt fucking of enemies comes out of nowhere and just ruins everything. Like you have everything planned out, and then all of a sudden the game turns around and fucks you. Suppose that's just Fallout 76 in a nutshell, but I digress. I feel like it could have benefited from simply tweaking. I don't know if full-on removing it is necessary, but from what I've heard, they are getting rid of vault raids. I'm not too pleased with that, because like I said, I actually liked it. I wanted to see what they could do with it, and it's upsetting to know they're getting rid of it, or at the very least, to have heard they're going to get rid of it. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe things will change. Maybe that was just simply a rumor that I overheard as truth, but again, we'll see. I definitely have to give Bethesda shit where it's due. Fallout by no means is a good game. It's not a terrible game. It's just not good. It's fun. You know, for you and your buddies, if you want to just hop on, fuck around with something, get off. You want something to make fun of each other with, that's perfectly fine. If you're looking for a serious, actual Fallout game, with an actual story, and an actual campaign with actual missions, go back to playing Fallout 4. That's what I'm going to say about Fallout 76 at this moment in time. How much went in bed? I didn't finish painting this. Yeah, just a little bit. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. Yep, what'd I say? Right there. Always. Yep. Fucking always. Alright. Yeah, a lot of the work you're gonna do on these fucking tanks is the engine themselves. Damn it. I wish you could move this around. I don't think you can. I know someone in the comment section is gonna be like, Nick, you're an idiot. You can absolutely move it. And I'm gonna feel stupid. I don't know why that needed to get painted, but okay. I think we're good. Cool. So now, we're gonna want to tank analysis, buy missing parts. Definitely something gonna be wrong in this fucking tank, I know it. We're gonna want to go assembly mode. Actually, before I do, how we looking? Guarantee it. There's gonna be something that's rusted. I do not have the best track record with this. Yep. Oil filter. Where? It is right there. Like I'm just gonna outsource repairs. I don't give a fuck. I'm missing something. I'll deal with it. Tracks. Obviously, we don't have any tracks. Where is this? Okay, so we're gonna want to go storage 2, and we're gonna want to outsource repairs. Yep. There we go. Let me see up here. Is there anything? Operator hatch. Oh, we need a front headlight. Really? It only had one front headlight? I think it would have had more, but alright. Nothing in here is missing. Oh, it's still being repaired. Alright. E-belt, I think our engine is mostly complete. Let me see about that air filter. Is it done? Oil filter? Now it's done. Okay, cool. I think that's good. Let's see about our turret. Actually, our turret might be done as it is. Oh. Little fan doohickeys missing. I think we're good here. I have no idea what I'm missing. Radiator cap? Huh, alright. And whole interior, probably at shelf, yeah. Got to put it back on. Yeah, we are absolutely complete now. So let's reassemble our tank. Close these up. Oh, what? Okay, you guys just didn't want to close for nothing. Alright, cool. And there we go. Now let's get this thing on a move. Gonna go to the paint room. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. And that's where we're gonna leave it. So, thinking, where did these tanks typically? Did they even have an iron cross on them? I don't think these tanks really had any markings on them. I was gonna maybe put an iron cross here. How the fuck? Alright, fuck it. We're just gonna let it turn. There. One thing I noticed is weird. As you turn this, it typically does turn the cross, which is kind of weird. Yeah, fuck it. That works for me. I also changed the paint of this too. It's actually really cool, so we can give it the, you know, Africa Corpse paint job to it. We can just keep it the way it is. Let's go black gray. Leave it. The only thing is, I'm a little upset that you really can't paint it yourself, like a little detailed paint. But now I can't test drive. Oh yeah, I can. But yeah, for now we're just gonna put it into our museum, and that's where we're gonna leave it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you like it, leave a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll see you around the next one. Thank you and have a good night, guys.